In this episode of the CPSA How to Hit series, I'm going to be shooting the Rising Teal. I'm going to describe two ways of shooting this. The first one will be gun up and the second one will be gun down. This is because we don't always have the luxury of having time on our side. The target could be part of a simultaneous pair or the first or second on report pair. Also, it depends on your style of shooting, whether you're a gun up shooter or gun down shooter. The target that we're going to shoot in this episode is rising from behind the green pallet. Pull. As we can see, it comes off with some speed and then slows, stops and falls back to earth. The first shot I'm going to be taking is the gun up position. In this position, we're relying on the target slowing and quite reduced gun movement. This is because if the gun is held too low and the target goes past the gun accelerates to a target which is slowing and the result is a miss over the top. I'm going to mount the gun at the point where I'm going to shoot it, bring the gun down about a third of the way, look over my barrels and call pull. The clay will rise above the barrels, I focus on it and I take the gun to it so that I'm shooting at it as it peaks. This is a slow movement. Like I said earlier, the target is slowing and all the work is done with the front hand. I mount the gun where I'm going to shoot it and bring it down a third of the way. I then look out over the barrels, call pull. As the target rises above the barrels, I focus on it and bring the gun up to it and shoot at it as the target peaks. The target is slowing, so it's a steady, smooth movement with the front hand pushing the gun. Pull. The second method I'm going to show you is the gun down method, taking the target on the way up its flight line. This made because you may not have the time to shoot the target at the top if it's part of a simultaneous pair or the first or second on report pair. The speed of the gun mount gives you momentum to get on the target and through it, in front of it, before pulling the trigger. On the second method, I'm going to shoot a gun down. I mount the gun where I'm going to break it, bring the gun down the flight line about a third of the way down and take it out my shoulder. I then look beneath the barrels so I can see the target coming. Call pull. I focus on it. As it passes the barrels, I mount the gun, lock on, move with it, push ahead and shoot in one fluid motion. The momentum of the mount will aid the speed and the swing of the gun. Those shooters who have eye dominance problems and who have patches on will have to find a way of being able to see the target clearly, either by holding the gun to one side or to the other, alternatively looking over the barrels and holding the gun steady until they can see the target clearly and then taking the gun to it. In conclusion, as we can see, there's two ways of shooting this target. Either using the CPSA method, gun down, or the swing to method from gun up. This will depend on target presentation, how much time you've got, and your chosen method of shooting. Oh. And that is how we hit a rising teal.